It's week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. He's locked in early. Two nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 17 carries, 73 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Taken down right at the line.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
33 yards that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Here's Prescott. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Swift. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That'll be complete to Cook. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Callaway on the return. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. At the
play action now, Prescott. He'll find Taylor, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
For a Baltimore.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high power.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jadeveon Clowney. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
25-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Prescott. And he'll find Hall. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 25 on second down, Bridgewater. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long for Bridgewater. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. O'Shane Zimenez. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And goal at the Ravens' 5-yard line.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score.
For the extra point.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock. Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man. Play fake. Here's Prescott. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Prescott off play action. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taywan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away, it's Tavecchio.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, there's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw, Bridgewater. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10, the 40, the 30, 10. again. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Callaway, the return man.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Callaway on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal for some breathing room, no doubt. And really, a field goal would be huge. That would make it a 2-score game. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Running is Swift.
And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Prescott. On the crossing route. Complete. That's Hall. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Swift.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here's Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, Prescott here to throw. Smith catches left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Swift. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 11-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
They'll run with Swift.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Intended for Preston
An
Williams.
incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
On the coverage.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.